What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our Week 1 Battle and Team Builder for the SDL, the Sinnoh Draft League. This is a draft league for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We are doing 6v6 with a ridiculously low 20-minute timer. Bring back the timer, please. This game, we are playing against Jer, and the team name is the Sexy Serenas. So, maybe someone's got a fetish, but it's okay. We don't judge here. Either way, we are here. I'm actually streaming this on Twitch right now. I'm not looking at the chat currently, and I won't be doing that during the game, but I'm going to be streaming this on Twitch as well as uploading it, but it'll be every week that you guys will see it on Fridays. Now, looking at the matchup my opponent has, he had a pretty high pick. I think it was like top 3 or 4. Mine was the last pick in the draft. So he has the Latias, the Nidoking, a nice Lucario there. There's a Blastoise with Shell Smash. Moltres is super annoying. No boots though, which is nice. Wigglytuff, Magneton, Swellow, Sharpedo, Sceptile, and a very low late round pick, Quagsire, which is very nice. 3 waters on this team, which all do very different things. My team, I kind of like the way we were able to have a matchup this week. I like a couple of the mons really, really well. A lot of the other ones were just like iffy, but honestly, if you didn't have like multiple steel types, Masquerain would have just ripped through his team. So maybe that's a possibility for down the line. Now, what do we bring? Our first, well, actually, I should say this. Before we do that, leave a like, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. We are back to uploading. We took a big break between the end of the previous generation and the start of this current one, but we are back, like I said. So our first mod is going to be our Jirachi. We have the Shuckleberry this week. Psychic, U-Turn, Wish, and Protect. Yes, there's only a 20-minute timer, but it doesn't matter. We want to have enough ways to keep our team healthy to pressure with our offense, which is going to be our Heracross, Drapion, Rhyperior, and Abomasnow. Psychic hits his team for really good damage. He only has a few actual resists. It's going to be the Magneton, the Latias, and then the Sharpedo is immune. But I have U-Turn, which hits 2 of those for super effective damage, and I outspeed the Magneton, and it can't really do anything back to me without Hidden Power Ground. Unless it's Scarf, which it is Scarf, it's not getting the analytic boost, which is fine with me. So yeah, I feel pretty good about having only Psychic as my move. Shucka is there in case I don't KO the Nidoking, which I actually won't KO from scratch because of the with the Psychic. And Life Orb, Earth Power will actually get the job done against me. So we need to make sure we're able to take the hit, fire back a second Psychic, because we do have enough speed for the Nidoking, but also for the Lucario, which is base 90 speed. And we are able to take 2 close combats from that Lucario if it is not Life Orb. So again, lots of really interesting calcs there. But the main thing we want to focus on is this Pokemon is here to be a pivot, take hits to get into our bigger threats really consistently, and that's what I think my team is best suited to do. Our next mon pairs really well with the Jirachi. It is a Vaporeon here. Scald, Baton Pass for momentum, not flip turn, Roar, and Wish. Roar is there in case of a set of Lucario, but more notably, a set of Blastoise or a set of Latias. Yes, I cannot touch an a Water Absorb Quagsire, but if it is unaware, I'm good to go. Wish, again, I just felt like having Wish on this set was important to have in case the Jirachi went down. I didn't want to have to rely on switching into an attack with Vaporeon to be able to heal up. I want to be able to just do it myself. It's bulky enough to take many hits from the Latias, from, I guess, the Blastoise, from the Swellow even. So I feel pretty confident about that. They'll take multiple hits. It is pretty important to our team's success. And one of the really important calcs as well is going to be that the Vaporeon takes 3 plus 2 Blastoise Dark Pulses after Rocks. And then the Roar, like I said, is there to stop these setup mons. Super important. Our next mon is going to be our Heracross here. This is our primary breaker this week. We are max speed and max attack, Jolly Nature, and the reason we are doing that is because we want to speed tie the Nidoking. We don't want to speed the Lucario, but Lucario I don't believe can actually Oko me from full, which is super nice. Yeah, also, the benefits of having this Pokemon right now with Facade. Facade just rips through this team. He's got, what, 2 resists to normal? He's got Lucario and Magneton, both of which just die to close combat or Earthquake. So I feel really good about that. If I bring this thing in on something slower than me, it gets a KO. Or 2 KO something. Probably 2 KOs the Latias or the Blastoise, unless I get a nice prediction with the Mega Horn on the Latias. So really, really good, and this is my answer offensively to beat down the Quagsire because that Pokemon is a really big threat to my team, as I'm noticing now while doing the team builders. Next up, though, is going to be our Drapion. Now, I accidentally said, hey, let's put AV on this thing, completely forgetting that Assault Vest is not in the game. And yeah, I don't know why, but Showdown allowed it because I was just being, I don't know, wasn't paying attention. And yeah, but we have another option. We have the Shuckleberry instead. We're running Crunch, Poison Jab, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. One of the big points I had in my draft analysis was that I wanted this to be my knockoff user. That's why I drafted it so early. But in a situation like this, against the Latias, which has Recover and has Calm Mind, has ways to boost its stats, versus a Blastoise, which is going to be super bulky, against something like a Moltres, something like, I guess, even a Quagsire. I want a move that's going to be very consistent, and Crunch is more consistent than Knockoff is. Yes, Knockoff has that higher initial base damage, but Crunch to me is more important. I don't expect like a Scarf Latias to be coming. I feel like just having the option for a Shuckleberry to protect from a random, let's say Scarf Lucario or Scarf Nidoking is going to be really, really important. And Earthquake is going to do a lot of damage to the Nidoking. It also helps me out a lot against the Quagsire too, I forgot to mention. But in general, this Mon is really good. Rock Slide is there as a hedge against the Moltres, and then Poison Jab is just really good damage all around against quite a few things. And hopefully we can have this thing take a lot of hits, but dish out a lot of damage as well. We are Battle Armor, so we cannot be crit. Okay, that's important. Our next Mon is going to be our Rhyperior here. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Dual Stab, obviously, Stealth Rock, and Rock Polish. Really funky set. It's like a bit of a setup set, but also like a support set with the Stealth Rocks. We have almost max speed. We're 244 in speed, and then we have max attack, Adamant Nature. I believe our speed is there, so we can outspeed. I think it was anything creeping Perugly. I think it was that. I think that's what it was. Anything creeping Perugly, because Perugly is 112, and then the Sceptile is 120. I want to have that so that +2 we can outspeed that, which I felt was the best option for the speed on this set, even though we have like no bulk at all. The Pasho Berry is nice because he has 3 waters in the Blastoise, the Sharpedo, and the Quagsire. And depending on what's coming in, depending on how offensively leaning it is, it's going to be able to do a lot more, or be able to hit a lot better, okay, is what I want to say. And ideally we can get a really big Earthquake or Stone Edge off on this. Ideally, if Weakness Policy was in the game, I would be running Weakness Policy here, but it is not. So we're going to be rocking with the Pasho Berry, still a really solid item to have, and obviously with Solid Brock, we'll be able to reduce that damage even more, which is very nice. And then our final Mon is going to be our Abomasnow. Now Abomasnow is running the Chople Berry, that is what? 4 Mons with the Resist Berries this week. That's what I do. I love my Resist Berries, but we are Snow Warning, and the reason for that, I know Soundproof was a thing. I think Meta had mentioned it in the team building discussion, but we decided to go with Snow Warning because not only do I want to get extra chip on things like the Latias, like the Nidoking, like the Lucario, Magneton to break sturdy, the Quagsire is important, but having 100% accurate Blizzard I feel is super valuable. His team's options to taking Blizzard is going to be like, what? Blastoise, Lucario, Magneton, and that's it. Because yes, Sharpedo resists, but it's a Sharpedo. Yes, Quagsire is taking neutral and it's super bulky, but I have Giga Drain and I have speed. Blastoise is really the best option. After that, it's going to be Magneton and Lucario, but I have Earthquake to deal with Magneton. Yes, Flash Cannon will Oko me, and if the Lucario comes in, I have the Chople Berry to take the incoming close combat if that's what it decides to go for. Important to note, we have max attack, Brave Nature. We also have max special attack as well. I just decided not to go super in-depth on the special attack and attack investments. I actually think I'm missing 4 EVs, but whatever, it happens. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this game. I didn't have a mock for this one, which is pretty rare, but we're hoping that it ends up working well. So guys, what am I saying? Let's just do it. Let's jump into the battle because I've been streaming now for like 2 hours. I'm pretty tired. My tongue is twisting up, and we got to just play a really good game here. So let's do it. It is time to battle. All right, everyone, we are back, and this is the team we're facing off against. We're facing off against John Jr. instead. Jared ended up dropping the league after starting off. We also had a bit of a lead. Well, we chose our leads. The lead was going to be me leading off with Rhyperior, and she led off with Nidoking, but we're treating this game brand new, so I'm going to lead off something different here anyways. And because of that, I think I'm going to lead off with my Drapion in this instance. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to make sure I have the team fully set up. This team, honestly, is the same team that she had brought to the game. No change been made. Same thing with my team. I wish I had access to Knockoff now, but I don't. It is what it is. But I think this lead will help me get the best possibilities for the rest of the game. So GLHF to John Jr., GLHF. And I'm going to make sure my team is in the calc. All right, yeah, it is. Good. So Quagsire ends up being the lead here, which is fine with me. So Quagsire defensive, level 50. We can see a Scald here. We can see an Earth Power come out. I think it's pretty free looking to Abomasnow though, so I'm going to go for it here. This Crunch to Max Defense Quagsire does like 21 to 25. And by the way, guys, for those of you who don't know, as I'm realizing there's no audio here, I'm going to put it in the post, I guess. The issue is the timer sucks in this game. It's really, really bad. So we got to adapt. We got to adapt to that. All right, let's see. He's going to go for an Earthquake here. We resist this hit. This will do pitiful damage to us. Yeah, not too much at all. And there we go. He's going to take Hail. His answers to Ice-type attacks. He's got 2 resists in Lucario and Magneton, which I think are pretty free. So I'm going to go for an Earthquake here. I don't think he stays in. I think he's going to switch out. Yeah, and I'm hoping he goes into one of the Steel types. As the Lucario, beautiful. We catch this with a fat Earthquake. Is going to take chip from the Hail, and it's going to take an Ice Shard as well. So this doesn't die. It's gone. There we go. This thing was the biggest threat to my team. We got rid of it. Turn 2, amazing. What an amazing way to start for us. God damn. Oh man, I will see about turning on the audio for this. We're gonna see if that's a possibility for us. All right. So in comes the Moltres. What is my switch into Moltres right now? My switch into Moltres, I think, is Vaporeon, sadly. If I go Vaporeon, what's he going to do? He's going to go into Quagsire, maybe Magneton. So I'm going to go hard into Vaporeon here. I'm going to go from there. So Volume Mixer. Lower this down to about 1. And then let's turn this on. Okay, this should be good. We see a U-turn come out. That's understandable. It's perfectly fine. Not the end of the world. We kind of expected it to happen. There's no way that I was staying in with my Abomasnow against the Moltres. There's no way it's happening. But in comes the Latias. We do have access to Roar. So this thing does try to set up. I can roar it out. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. I don't want this thing to do anything funny against me. So we're going to roar and start from there. I could also go for Ice, or not Ice Beam, but Wish to start and see what it wants to do. Is that the play here? I have a good bit of special defense, so I think we are going to go for the Wish. I'm going to start from that. We're going to figure out what he wants to do. He's going to switch out. Okay. So what is he going to now? Nidoking. Fine with me. I just go for a Fat Wish here, and I can go for a Scald, I believe. I think that's pretty free. Or do I want to take this hit and then get into Heracross and start breaking? If I don't go Heracross, I can go Drapion. Drapion's not the best option. I think going to Jirachi would be nice. Let's go for the Scald here, as my cats are fucking around in the back. So he's going to switch out, probably going to Quagsire. Pretty free switch here. It is the Quagsire, which is fine. Okay, can you get up and get them, please? Thanks. Julia's behind me, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, so she's behind me. The cats are messing around. That just is what it is. We are going to go for a... I kind of go for Baton Pass here. I think he's going to go for a... I think I'm going to go for a Toxic. And I kind of want to go into Jirachi because of that. So we're going to go for the Baton Pass. It goes for an Earthquake. I should be able to take it. I do have Shucka Berry on this. And you know what? Maybe I just go into Heracross and I start breaking right away. And then if it does go for Toxic, I'm fine. So I'm going to go for the Heracross play. I don't think he goes for Scald. But we'll see what happens. We're going to see an Encore. I'm fine with that. We're going to get our Guts boost off right now. And this should do a shit ton of damage to a Quagsire. So Heracross to Quagsire to max defense is 59 to 70. What is his switching? What does he have on his roster? What is he bringing? He has no resist to Facade outside of Magneton, which gets outsped and KO'd after. So I think a Facade is pretty free here. So I'm going to go for it. I think going for the close combat obviously is a solid play, but he stayed in, he did about half, and we see a Scald here. We are burnt, of course, so it should do not very much. Yeah, we're fine there. And does Megahorn do enough to KO? Megahorn can KO here. Megahorn can KO. So the question is, do I go for the Megahorn here, or do I go for the Facade or the close combat? Close combat will get the KO, so will Megahorn do the same amount of damage. I think I play this game, and I go for the Megahorn here. I don't think he stays in. And if he does, he just switches out. I think he goes into the Latias. That's why I want to go for the Megahorn here. I've seen Moltres come out. Did not expect that, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, Megahorn comes out. We do connect, which is nice. And it's going to do a solid chunk to this thing. Okay, let's take a look. Moltres. That kind of damage. Did about 25% to this. Makes sense for about no HP. So I don't think I stay in and go for Facade here. I don't want to lose this. So I think I go into Vaporeon and we go from there. Vaporeon is super annoying for this team to deal with. And the fact that we have a ton of bulk is amazing. So let's take a look at Magneton against Vaporeon. We see a U-turn come out. Unfortunate. We could find out if we were faster, but Thunderbolt from a not Specs Magneton. If it's a Choice Specs Magneton, Choice Specs, there's a Latias again. I haven't revealed Roar yet. So Modest Magneton, it'll never kill me. It would do 147 if it's Modest Spec. That's against Heracross, actually, so never mind. Against Vaporeon, it has a chance to KO. Yeah. So here I go for another Wish. I figure out what he wants to do, and I go from there. We see a Roof. Okay, that's fine. Do I then try and roar this out? It's got Roost. Maybe it's a defensive set. I don't know. It doesn't have Mystical Fire anymore. And it lost Aura Sphere, I believe. Yeah, Aura Sphere is gone. Mystical Fire is gone. It can't really touch my Abomasnow, which is nice. So I can kind of go for a baton pass here and see what it wants to do. If it goes for Calm Mind, though, am I in trouble? Latias, level 50, against my Abomasnow. Let's say it gets a +1 boost from Calm Mind. Blizzard still is about half if it's got no investment. I think I go for the Roar here, and I try and figure out what it wants to do to me. We're going to see a Dragon Pulse, which is fine. That's not the end of the world. So Dragon Pulse is one option that it has. It's going to be able to set up a bit. If it has setup options, it's going to be annoying. But I feel like we should be fine. And it's going to go into the Quagsire. Probably the worst option for us, but again, not the end of the world here. I can go for another Baton Pass. I can go for a Wish, then a Baton Pass, and figure out again what it wants to do. It went for a... Where'd it go against me? It went for Encore, which is fine. I can go for the Wish over here and then kind of go from there. So we'll Wish. And maybe a Scald comes out, who knows? Recover. Okay. That's fine. I have a Baton Pass here, which I can get him into... I can get into my Abomasnow pretty freely. So I'm going to go for the Baton Pass now. He has no way to hit the Abomasnow. And we're just going to get more turns of Hail. We're going to start chipping things down. It's going to be really, really nice for us. Okay, so let's go into the Abomasnow. I could have tried to go into Heracross. I don't think it was the wisest move to do that, though. But so far as revealed all of his moves. He doesn't have Toxic. He actually cannot beat my Vaporeon. But my Vaporeon can't beat him either. But at the end of the day, we can stall out the Quagsire as much as we need to. And we're going to see a Scald come out. That's fine. We are physical on 2 options. So the burn would suck, but it's not the end of the world. We got it. Yeah, that's not the worst case scenario. But I still think a free Blizzard against this is amazing. Let's take a look at Quagsire, no defenses, unaware. We're looking at Blizzard doing 51 to 61. If it goes for a switch into Moltres, I'm still doing a ton of damage against that, so I feel good about that. Yeah, I think what I want to do is get as much chip as possible on this and the Moltres, and I think going for the Blizzard is the play to get that done. What is it going to do to me? Resist attack? No, it's not going to do that. We're going to see a switch into the Moltres. That's what we wanted. Moltres, if it's got no investment, how much is it going to take? Moltres with very little investment should be taking around 50 to 60, and we do about, I'd say, a little bit less than that. So I think this has some more investment, which is good to know. This could go for Roost here, but I just switch out. And I go into... I can go to Rhyperior, but I think Vaporeon is the play. I just go into Vaporeon. He can't threaten me out. He can't beat it 1v1, which is amazing. And if he's sturdy Magneton, by the way, I forgot to mention, if he has sturdy Magneton, we are able to break that sturdy with our Hail. We see a Roost here come out, which is fine with me. The question, though, is what is he going to do here? He's revealed U-turn and Roost. Is he going to go hard into the Quagsire now? Is he going to go for a U-turn? Is he going to go for a Roost? Is he going to go for an attack? What is he going to go for? Kind of wish I can get my rocks up. I really want my rocks up now. But it's going to be a challenge to do that. What should I do that again? Let's go for the Baton Pass here. We're going to see a U-turn come out. That's fine. And what are you going to go in here? What are you going into? Vaporeon just being super annoying in this meta is great. I wish I just had more options. Okay, Magneton comes out. I'm cool with this. So Magneton, let's take a look at this. Magneton, Choice Specs, level 50, against my Rhyperior. Flash Cannon will OHKO. It will OHKO. So the question is, do I go Drapion? I think it is. I think it's I go Drapion here. I don't want to... I want to outspeed it, which I will with this, which is nice. He's buffeted by the Hail first. He's Scarf. He has Choice Scarf to hell. Okay, we are switching out and going to Rhyperior here. I don't think he stays, and I think he goes for a Volt Switch. So the way it works is if he gets hit first in Hail, it means he's faster. That means he's Scarfed. There we go. Alright, so now I can get on my rocks. Go for a Stealth Rock here. Playing this game well so far. We're playing this game well. We're lucky he hasn't been able to bring in Nidoking freely. Alright. We're pretty confident he's Scarf now, which is awesome. In comes the Quagsire. What is this Quagsire going to do against me? Let's take a look. Quagsire, unaware. If I go for Earthquake, it doesn't do enough. It does 39 to 46. It's not as much damage as I want. I go hard into Vaporeon here, and we go from there. I can try going for a Wish, and then an Encore, or a Baton Pass, rather. We're going to see what he wants to do. But I imagine a Scald is his move of choice here. Just switches out. Okay, we're seeing the incoming Magneton. We see the Nidoking come in. I'm fine with that. So Nidoking should not KO me from full. Nidoking, the Wall Breaker, level 50, against my Vaporeon. Thunderbolt, if it's modest, is 52 to 62. My Scald's going to rip this thing. So I go for the Scald here. He goes for his own rock. Fine with me. You know, rocks are not great, but it does help out a lot because there's a lot of switching going on now. But getting the Scald is great. If I get the burn as well, or we just Oko outright. Is that a crit? It's not even a crit. Jeez, we got just a high roll on that. The highest roll is 93.5. So that's I'll take it. I'll take it. Getting rid of the Nidoking is like the biggest threat to my team right now. And now it's 6-4. Lucario's gone. Nidoking is gone. Moltres is around still, which sucks. There is a Latias, which again, not the end of the world because I should be able to take any hit that I need to take. And what is it going to do back to me? Nothing much, I imagine. So we'll go for a Wish, and then we'll Baton Pass around. Calm Mind, that's fine with me. Again, we can roar it out, and we go from there. All we have to do is make sure we have a way to beat this thing, which is going to be very hard to do once it gets set up. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a challenge. It is. This Calm Mind Latias is going to be a problem. We know it has CM. We have... I'm going to go for the Roar right now and just go from there. But it has Calm Mind. It's got Dragon Pulse. It's got Roost. What's his last move? Something to hit my Latios. My Shadow Ball. Okay. Shadow Ball. That is the way to hit my... That is a way to hit my Pokemon. We roar it out. We'll catch the Witch, we'll back to full. That's the way to hit my Jirachi. Moltres comes in. That's probably the best switch in for me. Because now I can go for... Oh, look at that hit from Rocks. Oh, we'd love to see it. We'd love to see it here. The question now is it going to be wiser for me to go for a Scald or a Baton Pass? Because you can go freely into Quagsire. I think it's to go for the Baton Pass here. If you Roost, so be it. He says Solar Beam. Is this Power Herb? This is Power Herb. It's gonna... Power Herb's in the game. Is it? It is. I'm at -1. Am I gonna die here? No way. Great bring. Does this KO? We're at -1. Eat it up. Eat it up. Oh, I'd love to see it. We Baton Pass out. We can get this healed up with our Jirachi as well, which is great. That's amazing for me. Okay. It can't really touch Rhyperior right now. Heracross will not speed. I think what I do though is I go into Drapion, which should outspeed it. Like, do I do that? Or do I go Jirachi? How much is Jirachi doing to this? Let's go Jirachi against Moltres. Psychic should do about 34 to 41, and we should outspeed it, correct? Timid. We do. We outspeed it no matter what, so we go Jirachi. What's he going to go into? He goes Magneton. I mean, I have U-turn to beat that out. He goes Latias. I have U-turn. I'm especially defensive as well, so I'm going to go for a Psychic here. I hope we get the KO. We outspeed, or we're going to get the KO with the Psychic. Looks like we are. Now, concern. The concern right now is the Latias. Magneton comes in instead. This is Choice Scarf, so Magneton. Being Scarfed is fine. I'm going to go for a U-turn here. Thunderbolt shouldn't do a crazy amount. Let's go for the U-turn. I could have protected and scouted a bit. Or see a Thunderbolt. Wow! That did so much more than I expected it to. That's not good. Okay. What am I doing now? What am I doing? I have a free resist, obviously, which is nice. I take 25% on entry from Abomasnow. I think just going Rhyperior is my play. I think that what we have to do to beat the Latias is just break with Rhyperior, sadly. That's not what I have to rely on. That's not what I want to rely on, but I might have to. Let's see. I can't see how much HP his Quagsire has, but Quagsire right now is the problem. I think I just go for the Earthquake, and I try and go from that. We're going to see a switch out. What do we see it into? The Quagsire. It's going to take rocks, but it's at full. I don't think we're going to KO. Unless it's got some sped def investment, we're not KOing. We're adamant max attack, but it's going to be close. That's pretty damn close. And it is leftovers. I don't think we're going to get the job done on this, but I am Pasho, so I should take the Scald. And if he goes for recovery, he's just baiting out, and we can then stall it out of recovery, which is nice. God damn. Just switches out. Magneton. This will die. Getting rid of the Magneton is nice here. Okay. And then against Latias. That's what we have to worry about. Latias against my Rhyperior. Okay. Rhyperior. We do 70 to 83 to no defense Latias. It's got Dragon Pulse. which will do about half to me, and Shadow Ball. So Shadow Ball is under half. Dragon Pulse does 53 to 63. We're going to have to connect on a Stone Edge. Possibly 2. Calm Mind. This means we should take this attack. Dragon Pulse does 80 to 94. It's a roll. We connect. Do we KO? Oh, what a beauty. Rhyperior, you're coming in clutch. Oh, damn. He's got 1 Mon left. And it's the Quagsire. Is that his only Mon left? I think it is. It is. So we just go hard into Abomasnow, and we click Giga Drain, and we take a 6-0 win to start. Jeez, what a way to start the season. Holy crap. In a 20-minute time or two, honestly, we were able to play around this team really, really effectively. Super happy with how this game has gone so far. Obviously, we got some pretty good switch turns off of a bit of rushed play. We were both playing really quickly, and at that point, just instinct kicks in. Battle end in 3 minutes. That is the stupidest thing. Fuck the timer. But goddamn, what a way to come back to Draft League. First Draft League game on the channel in, what, a month's time now? And we are able to basically just run it back. Hell of a run. Can't believe that. That's incredible. All right, well, let's fire off a nice Giga Drain here, and let's pick up a 6-0 dub. I can't believe it. Giga Drain. It's not Rindo Berry, we know that. And there's the Giga Drain. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a 6-0 win to start our SDL season. What a way to start it. God damn. Oh my god. You know, I was going to stream this. I actually was streaming this, and then I was dropping frames for some reason, so I was kind of disappointed. So we just said, you know what? No stream. Forget it. But I'm hoping to stream this more often, permitting the Wi-Fi works. I don't know why I was having a hard time. GG to JJ. Damn. He was asking why at EQ the Quag I was seeing it didn't kill. I was Pasho. Either you recovered and died, or either you scalded and died, or you recovered and I PP ran you out. So yeah, honestly, having the Pasho Berry was the reason why I stayed in on the Quagsire. I was able to live the hit no matter what, because I was, number one, able to outspeed, which is good, but I'm super happy with how this game went. Obviously, there's nothing really that we can say that we just played poorly. Had some really good starts. The Abomasnow, putting the pressure on was amazing. The Earthquake turn 1 kill on the Lucario, the Earthquake KO, not the Earthquake KO, the Giga Drain KO on the Quagsire, super nice, because that would have been a really hard time for me to break otherwise. The, what was the other thing I was looking at? Having Blizzard, just consistent damage with Blizzard, that threat was super nice. Already Abomasnow paying off to have it on the team here. Really thrilled with that, guys. If you enjoyed wow, let's try this again. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe down below. We're bringing you more Draft League content for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and of course, for the best generation so far of this current metagame, which is going to be Sword and Shield. We got a couple leagues starting up tomorrow, and then again on Sunday, I believe, might have another draft analysis. I think we have I think the first one is going to be on Monday. I think BBL should be going up on Monday, guys, so make sure to stick around for that. But guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to comment your favorite Pokemon in the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl metagame. Let me know down below. And of course, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.